Welcome back to my channel. We've got a big day today. It's cold, it's snowing, and so I was so hungry for French onion soup. That is my favorite soup in the whole world, and it's my oldest son's favorite soup. And every time I make it, I just think of him. But I am going to make little bread bowls to put our soup in. Y'all, it is so good, and it's so easy, and I'm so glad y'all are on my channel with me. Okay, let's get started and get our bread made. Alright, I have 2 cups of very warm water. Then I have 2 tablespoons of yeast and a half a cup of sugar. And you might say, why do you put sugar in your bread? Well, sugar helps your yeast activate. And you really just need that little bit of sugar. Alright. Now it's going to take a good 5-6 minutes for this yeast to activate. So while that's activating, we'll come over here and get our soup started. Alright. I've already started cutting up the onions. I like a lot of soup, and when I make French onion soup, I always make a lot. And so it's about 6 large onions is what I use. Alright, I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of olive oil in my pan, and I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter. And however you like your onions, you just cut it the way you like it. I cut my onions in half. Let me get y'all down here. I cut them in half, and I just do half circles. And I don't want the onions thick. I want them as thin as I can get them. See, that's pretty thin. And to me, the more onions you have, the better it is. Okay. Let me put this over here. I tell you what, those onions, they'll make you cry. Whoa. They are some strong onions. Okay. That's pretty well melted. I'm going to put these onions in here. And I'm going to put a teaspoon of salt, because that will help draw the moisture out. And that's what you want. And I'm also going to put about 2 teaspoons of sugar. Let me do it this way. It might be a little easier. The sugar just helps with the caramelization. And you want that too. Alright, now it's going to take a good 20-30 minutes. And you want it on low. You don't want it to cook real fast. You don't want your onions to burn. Alright, let's go back over here to our bread. Okay, see how that's bubbling? Alright, our yeast is good. Alright, we're going to put a 1/4 of a cup of oil. Just whatever kind of oil you want to use. Alright, and I'm going to do 5 to 6 cups of flour. It kind of depends on the humidity. Alright, let me count or I'll lose count. There's 2. And there's 3. And there's 4. And there's 5. All right, and I think I'm going to wait, and then I have a teaspoon and a half of salt. All right, and don't ever go past the number 2 speed, because sometimes it'll kill your yeast if you get it going too fast. So I'm going to let this mix, and I can already tell I'm going to need that 6 cup of flour. You can see down in there. Yeah, I can already tell. So, but I think I'm going to wait until it all gets mixed in before I add the other. Okay, I've got it on 1 and I've got it on 2. I'm not going to go any higher. Okay, now that it has mixed up, yeah, I'm going to add that other cup of flour. Now I'm going to let it knead for 10 minutes. I've had these onions, they've been cooking, 6-7 minutes. And I like to put a lid on them because I like for them to sweat. But you want them to cook until they get really, really a dark brown. But you'll want to watch, because sometimes they'll stick to the bottom, and you'll want to scrape that off and get that in your juice, because that's where all your flavor is. Alright, I'm going to put the lid on it, and I'm going to let them sweat. Our dough, it has, we have let it mix for 10 minutes, let it knead, but and your dough's going to be sticky. And even though it has kneaded in the mixer, I still like to come back and mix it by hand just a little bit. I don't know that if that's necessary, but that's just what I've always done. Let's see, let me try this. Yeah, that works pretty good. Okay. And whenever you knead it, you pull it over and push it away from you. I just think this is very relaxing. I stand here and pray, and I think about everybody that's asked for prayer, and I think about my friends that are sick, and so I just stand here and knead this bread and just pray. All right. Oh my goodness, I want y'all to look at this. See, when it just bounces right back. That's when you know your bread's good. Alright, I've got my pan here with some oil in it, and I'm just going to turn it around, and I'm going to put it somewhere warm, and I'm going to let it rise until double. It'll take about an hour and a half. Our onions, they've been cooking about 10 minutes. And they're kind of starting to want to stick, and this is when you really want to stir it. And anything that's on the bottom, you want to pull it off and just keep stirring it. Alright, we've got maybe 10-15 minutes left cooking it. Y'all look at this beautiful onion, and see how it's starting to turn brown, and that's what you want. And it takes a good 30 minutes for this to happen. Alright, now I'm going to put a half a cup of wine. Now this step, you can skip this step if you want to. I like the flavor that the wine gives it. And you'll want to let this cook down until it totally cooks out. And that's probably going to take maybe 8-10 minutes. the smell, oh my goodness, the smell is just wonderful. But that, oh my goodness, the flavor is going to be so good. All right. We'll just let this cook until this cooks out. The wine is cooked out. It takes about 8 minutes for the wine to cook out, and that's an important step. You really want to do that. All right, I'm going to add 1 bay leaf. I'm going to add a teaspoon of garlic powder, and if you prefer chopped, fresh garlic, then use that. And I'm going to use a teaspoon of thyme. And if you have real fresh thyme and you want to use that, that will work just as well too. Oh, y'all, I wish y'all could smell this. All right, now I have 3 tablespoons of flour. And it's important that you let this cook out too. You don't want that flour taste at all. And this takes 3 or 4 minutes. If you don't cook it, you'll never get that flour taste out. Okay, I'm just going to cook it a little bit more. And these onions, I had that big old bowl, and look how they cook down. And if you want to use more onions, by all means, use as many as you want. Alright, now I'm going to put 5 cups of beef broth. And I think I've probably got a little over 5, but that's okay because I'll have soup for a couple of days. Alright, you'll want this to cook on low for about 30 minutes. And then be sure and take your bay leaf out. Y'all, I wish y'all could smell that. And you'll have to stir it to make sure that nothing sticks. Alright, I'm going to let this cook. Look at this. Look at that bread. Isn't that pretty? Alright, let's get our little bread bowls made. Alright, let me get my... Alright, I'm going to put a little flour down. Oh, there's nothing better than fresh bread. Alright. Alright, I'm going to roll these in a ball. I want them to be kind of big. Well, they're not real big, but I want them bigger. Okay. Alright, let me spray this pan. Alright, remember they're going to rise. Okay. Just tuck it under like that. Isn't that pretty? Alright, I'll get these made. Alright, y'all, we ended up with 6 little soup bowls. So I'm going to put these and let these rise, and it'll be about an hour. Y'all, look at these. Look how pretty they've risen. Oh, they're going to make the most wonderful soup bread basket. Oh my gosh, I just can't wait. I am going to put these in the oven on 350 for 20, 25, 30 minutes. Look at these wonderful, wonderful bread bowls. Isn't that pretty? Oh, I tell you what, I can't wait to have this soup. Alright, I'm going to come here on the top, and I'm going to cut the top off. You really need a sharp, shredded, serrated knife, a bread knife. Alright, see, now look at that. Now I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to take some of this out. I'm not going to go too far down. You mainly want to get it off the sides. See, look at that. Doesn't that just look, that just looks cool. Now I'm going to come back over here with my plate, and I'm going to cut this up. And I'm going to put this in the air fryer. And this is going to be my croutons that goes on top. Let's see if I can get, I don't want to go too far down because I don't want my soup to come out. Okay. Alright. I'm going to put these in the air fryer. I'm going to let these get real toasty. I'm going to show y'all how I make mine. Here I've got my bread bowl. I've got my cheese that I like a lot of cheese. So I have filled it up with cheese. And then I'm going to come over here and get my soup. Now I fill up the bowl because I like to eat the bread. Oh goodness, the bread, when that soup gets all in it, it is so good. Alright. Now I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to put some more cheese on it. And then these croutons, I'm going to put them on it. And then I'm going to put a little bit more cheese. Then I'm going to put it in the oven on broil for just a few minutes. And now I'm going to put just a few more croutons in there. Y'all look at that. Doesn't that look good? I cannot wait to have a bite with y'all. Alright, let's... Oh, doesn't that look good? I hope y'all try this. Alright, let's get us a bite. Y'all, that is so good. That is so good. Thank y'all for making French onion soup with me and for making bread bows with me. I hope y'all enjoyed it, and if you would, like and subscribe. And until the next video, and y'all just have a wonderful day.